Good morning, day 5, Sunday. It's around 9 in the morning. We've been up for a while. A little bit of rain last night, but not too much, and it's really nice out now. And as long as there's a little breeze, the bugs are fine. So we're gonna stay here another night because this is a really cool spot and it doesn't get a lot of human interaction, it seems like, so we'll take that. But we're both going to do a little exploring. Lake Nelson is behind us, and gonna skirt this side of the lake and keep going and see what's on the other side there. And I'll probably keep doing some off trail cross country stuff, and Sarah's gonna explore around there too. But we'll have our walkie-talkie radios and keep in touch and just kind of be a relaxing little exploring day. So the weather looks really good right now, and we'll take advantage of that. Check in later. One more thing, so the view from the tent, we've been looking at these mountains over here, and I was able to figure out that that's Angel Peak, and that's actually on the Continental Divide. And the Continental Divide Trail is between us and the peak. So, pretty cool. All right, so we just started our traverse. We're on the eastern side of Nelson Lake. This is the snow field patch we could see from our tent site. And maybe you can make out our tent over there, and Sarah's sitting on the rocks. She's gonna come this way a little later. Just do a little scouting, let her know she needs Crocs. But then I'm gonna keep going, and Sarah will just go to probably the northern end of the lake and see what's over the shelf. So yeah, pretty cool little off-trail exploring. We're kind of running parallel to the Continental Divide Trail and the actual Continental Divide over here to our left. So let's see what's up and over the little hill here. All right, so we're just about 100 feet shy of 11,000 feet. We've traversed Nelson Lake. We went around this side of it, and all the way in the distance, kind of where my poles are. If you look at where that snowfield is, and just a little bit to the left, that's where our camp is. And maybe it'll show up better with a little zoom. But yeah, right around the shoreline there, pretty much on the left-hand side of that snowfield, you can see the orange tent. So now we're gonna head, man, these views. So we're gonna head due west, try and hook up with Lake Nancy. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna give Sarah a little update. She was interested in at least coming up to this high point and checking in the views. So that's where we're at. There's our Angel Peak that we can see from our tent. Just a little different view now. It's kind of a cool notch in there, huh? And we're gonna keep moving. So my first signs of animal scat, just a little bit. Thinking it's probably elk scat, and a couple of very faint old hoof prints in the snow, but haven't seen really any signs of animals up here. No marmots up here that we've seen, which is kind of surprising based on all the marmots we've seen everywhere else. So I'm gonna check in with Sarah, and we'll check in a bit. Another great day up here. Pretty cool, a couple of elk going up the pass. I heard one of them squeaking before I saw them. Now they're in the trees under the snowbank that's above, and they're still climbing. Look at them go, heading towards that snowbank. Right there, you can see the movement to the right of the snowbank in that grassy patch. Pretty cool, man. The one is, oh, there's 3 of them. There's 4 of them. Yeah, with elk, when you see one, there's always going to be more, right? So now a couple of them are on top of that snow patch. You can see maybe movement. And another one is heading that way, still below the snow patch. I bet you they're headed to the top of the pass. It didn't take them long to make their way up there. It's going to take me a lot longer. Very, very cool. Oh, there's one guy that's still low. You can see him in the center of the frame. He's right behind a tree. He's going to come out on the right side of the tree. Any second. So that's, yeah, that's got to be, what, 6? 6 I've seen, 5 together. I bet you there's more down there. Very, very cool. All right, but my plan, I kind of looked at that pass. It was interesting, but to head due west and hit the lake, I kind of have to go more up and over here, a little bit lower elevation. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes open, maybe sit down for a second, have a little breakfast, and see if I see any more wildlife down there. Keep you posted.
Good morning. I just thought I'd give a little update. I came exploring around the lake, and I think I'm going to be able to navigate the whole lake walking around it, so that'll be good. I got stuck on a few, I guess, peninsulas, but I think I'm in the clear now. Our tent is like just back there. Brian and I were able to walkie-talkie to each other, and I could see him, but he couldn't see me, so I guess I need to get a brighter shirt. He couldn't see my hat. But yeah, there's a nice breeze, so the bugs aren't too bad as I'm moving. But yeah, I'll keep going and hopefully be back at camp in another 45 minutes or so. Check in later.
All right, there was one more that stayed a little lower that I was having a staring contest with. And when I moved, of course, he saw me, and now scampering up the same way to link up with his herd, I'm imagining. Oh, see, he stopped right there in the middle of the grassy patch below that snow field. And keep going up to the right of that patch of snow. He's in the rocks now. Pretty cool, right in the center of the frame. Man, they're camouflaged really well against those rocks. So they stood out a lot more in the green and with the snow. So pretty much right to the right of that snowfield, and still climbing. I wonder if we'll see him go up and over the pass. Kind of lost track of the other group. I don't know if they went over, because I was kind of focusing on that solo loner. All right, so he's trotting up the grassy section above the snowfield. There's a little patch of trees there in the center of the frame, right below the second, there's 3 snowfields. There's one right at the top of the ridge that's kind of long, horizontal. Then there's one right under it in the center of the frame, and that's where that last elk is, I think, in those trees below that snowfield. And then the third snowfield from the top, that's what I was using as my point of reference for a lot of just pointing out where the elk is, because I can't see him with my anymore. So I'm guessing in the trees there, and I think maybe that's where the rest of them are. Very cool. Yeah, so keep my eyes open. If anything else interesting happens, I'll let you know. But probably a herd of about 6 or 7 elk. It's funny, right after I spotted those elk and started moving again in this muddy section, look at this very obvious game trail now. Fresh prints in the snow. It's probably the same ones I saw on the other side of the valley. Pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, after saying not really seeing any signs of animal activity at our campsite at Lake Nelson, now that I'm on the other side of it, off trail, seeing more signs of activity for sure. Very cool. Yeah, and that's the pass that they were headed up and over, although I don't think they actually went over. I think they're still in that grove of trees. So, hey, well, look at this. I think we're gonna have a bunch of hoof prints in the snow. Look at this. Elk prints. So they're definitely out and about here. Very, very cool. Always cool to see them out in the wild. And yeah, when you're out here by yourself, you can be really quiet. And if I hadn't moved, that last one wouldn't have even noticed me. I was downwind. So I'm gonna keep following this way as long as I can. Let's see what's up at the top of Heideland here. All right, quick update. We're still headed west. Gonna get up and over that. We came from up there. It was a bit too cliffy to come down, so I basically had to work all the way around over here. And as I was coming down, spotted 2 more elk and lost them in the trees pretty quickly. There's our snowfield over there where we saw the elk hanging out. Yeah, so we lost a little bit of elevation. We had to, we couldn't take the most direct route just because of the cliffs. But now we're heading back up, and maybe you can see the moon up there in the sky, half a moon. Pretty cool. There's another one. I think he heard me. I had a little rock go down, made a little bit of noise. We're gonna try and get up there. But I've been cliffed out a bunch. Oh, here's a bunch of them. There they go. Down here, I'm not sure. I thought the one saw me. Pretty cool. Crossing that little stream there. Oh, there's one with some antlers coming. Yeah, looks like a little family, huh? 2 kids, mom and a dad. Could be. And there goes dad crossing the stream. Very cool. I don't think they saw me. I might just hang out here for a little bit. Let them make their way before I throw them off. Oh, here comes another one from the right. I wonder if this was the same group I saw go up towards the top of the pass and not fall from there. they're moving off, heading uphill. That's kind of where I want to go. Trying to keep them in the center of the frame as best I can. Alright, they're all heading up. Oh, there's some more on the far right as well. This must be the herd I saw earlier, I'm guessing. There's like 5 on the left and 2 on the right. Alright, I'm gonna stop this recording and just see where they go. Pretty cool. Alright, so I just came down. These were like the sketchy cliffs that I didn't really want to deal with, but there was a little chute going up that grassy area that worked pretty mellow. A couple of footholds and handholds and you're home free. So this is the water where those elk were getting a drink and crossing, and I'm gonna head up over this ridge hopefully, and I should very soon get views of Nancy Lake, I'm guessing. Time will tell. But yeah, it's just a gorgeous day up here. Hardly any clouds in the sky. Got this valley over here to our left. Very cool. All right, been off trail for a while. Hoping we're coming to some sort of clearing here in a second. See what's doing over here, and then decide if we're gonna keep pushing or what the plan is. So let's take a look over here. All right, so I have to double check my GPS. That may be Nancy Lake down there, but I don't think it is. Yeah, but I think I'll at least go down there and check it out. Why not? We've come this far. The snowy pass where the elk are is over there to the right of that peak. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so the forest has gotten a little bit denser as we've been heading down, but I think I'm getting glimpses of Nancy Lake. Hopefully once we clear out of here, be able to show you. Maybe. I may have to do a little more navigating, but it's down there, trust me. Yeah, so this is what conditions have been like a little bit. It's getting a little bit, little thicker, but there's definitely, you just kind of have to zigzag around and you can find something that works. And it hasn't been cliffy, which is nice. Definitely following animal herd paths for the most part. And I thought I'd be able to show you the lake, but may have to go a bit further. Maybe up and over this rock shelf. Be able to get a good view of it. All right, let's see if we can get up this little shelf here. Maybe we'll get a view on top of this rock formation here. I think maybe we will. Let's see. right, there it is. There's Nancy Lake down there. Pretty cool. All right, here's our turnaround point. If you look on a map, you'll see there's a small body of water above Nancy Lake. I don't know if that's officially part of Nancy Lake or not, but here's Nancy Lake proper. Pretty cool. So yeah, the woods were a bit more thick here, but nothing too crazy. So this is a good spot to turn around and start making our way back. Get back into more open areas. Very cool. I'm glad we made it here. This was a goal, so we'll check in later. Signing off from Nancy Lake. So we're just leaving Nancy Lake, and if you wondered if anyone's camped here, well, probably not in a while, but there's a fire ring, so people have definitely come exploring out here, which is cool. All right, we're slowly making our way back up to the height of land before we get to Lake Nelson, but with all the snow melt, we got a nice little pond here. We've got snow over here, and I've seen some of this scat around. I mean, I've seen the elk scat, but I'm not really sure what this is. What animal makes this? Is it a marmot? I'm not sure. So if you know, let me know. Try to figure it out also. It's not cat scat. I'm guessing it's a marmot. Who knows? All right, we're gonna keep on climbing. It'll be our last climbing of the day. We found some more elk. They don't know I'm here. Shh, be very, very quiet. They're right in the center of the frame. Right now there's 4 of them. The 5th one went off. Crap. All right, the radio just went off. That's unfortunate. Brian, Sarah, over. Okay, I gotta get up higher for Sarah to hear me, but the one elk definitely heard the radio. But, you know, they can see I'm harmless. But it's pretty cold. There's 2 babies, so this is probably the closest. I'm glad I didn't come right up on top of them. So they're there. And I gotta go over this way, so I'm not gonna be going anywhere near them. They're just getting a drink and doing their thing, so I think I'm gonna start moving just to let them know I'm not interested in them. Yet there's another one I see in the background, so bye elk, it was nice seeing you. What's up? Day 5 update. So I'm taking a different route back to get up to height of land, just to avoid some minor cliffing out that I dealt with. And I found a game trail. Animals are the smartest, so this is gonna link me up and bypass the cliff outs I dealt with. I think I had 2 or 3 of them where my GPS track just does a big U as I'm trying to figure out how to navigate through not really intense cliffs, but enough that I'm not going to deal with them. So yeah, it was cool seeing that family of elk one more time as we headed out. They obviously they live in here for sure. So yeah, great day. I'm hearing Sarah's transmissions every once in a while. I'm trying to respond, but she's not hearing me yet. So as soon as we get up to the top here, I can check in with Sarah, which will be good. All right, we made it back to a height of land above Lake Nelson, and we're going to start making our way down back along the shoreline. Just checked in with Sarah on the radio and everything's good, so we'll see you back down at the bottom. Day 5 update, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Sarah and I are spending our second night here at Nelson Lake. Sarah was knitting beside me here on the rock. She just went in the tent, getting a little chilly. This is the view I'm enjoying right now with a nice little cup of coffee. Even though the sun's out in full force, there's a nice breeze coming off the lake right now. And it's just making everything really comfortable and keeping the bugs away for the most part. So the biting bugs anyway, it's a win-win. So just gonna hang out here for a while and enjoy it. Great Sunday.